Welcome, boys and girls, to another episode of the fall series. Let me just go ahead and put my phone to charge. I to set it up before stream. Very professional of me. Okay, there we go. Let me just. About should be good. Okay, so now I'm ready. Like I mentioned on the description, right now the tournament has been completed just in time for everyone to enjoy the holiday season. So happy holiday season for everyone, and Merry Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. From what I see, everything should be working fine. Let me just go ahead and open up right here my chat. So this should be working for both. Let me just make sure that it is. So I come right here. Let's go to my stream. Just mute it. Let me just go ahead and type testing. The stream should be up. Yeah, it is up, but I don't see the messages. So perhaps it is not working as intended right now. But okay, at least it is there. So I guess I'll also try out sound right here. Let me just go ahead and whoop, sorry, this was not it. There we go. So let me go ahead in the chat right here and open up the next tournament. That it is this one right here, so that you guys in chat can join. So next tournament is up for registration. There we go. Also checking if the messages pop up right here. No, they are not. Okay, so once again, we are at 62, so 2 players away from being the one having our first World Championship qualifier tournament. In the meantime, let's go ahead and go back to this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check the first 4 tables, the top 4 players. And then we have 43 tables. So let me just go back. So we're gonna go from table 5 to table 43. Okay. So once we finish with the first 4 tables, we're gonna go over the sequence, and this is the tables that we're gonna be checking out. We're gonna start with table number 4 just to get people perhaps rolling in. What I'm going to do, since I don't have access to dual chat, let me see if I can do dual screen right now. Open up my channel. Let me go live to my let's go. Skip tutorial. Okay, let's see if this works. So how can I have this be doubled? Perhaps I'm gonna have to be jumping from, I'm gonna have to be jumping from one to the next. So let me switch accounts. Let me open up the stream right here. There we go. So the stream is up. There we go. So the stream is up. I can see the messages right here. I cannot see them either here nor. Okay, so let me just try something real quick. Let me try something real quick, and if it doesn't work, then we'll just move on with the thing, because I am actually dual streaming to Twitch as well. So I just want to make sure that, okay, so not this one. log in with YouTube. This one, cancel. So it should be this channel right here. Let me see if I still have the accounts connected. Should be. I don't remember erasing them. But if I did, I did. Yeah, I did, so that's why. Right. I'll try to merge them again, but I will need the password. And the authenticator. Now, I'll have to do it later. Okay, so I'll be jumping from one to the other. Just dual screen. Let's go to duo. Screen. Full screen apps. Okay, so I think I'll have this one. Let's see if this helps me out. Okay, now how do I dual screen with this? It used to be over here. There we go. So I guess I won't be able to do it. So let's go ahead and move on with match number one. That is table one, sorry. That is Culver versus Seremdik. We're going to have the winning player's perspective. So let's go ahead and go to view games. So let's go ahead with Culver against Seremdik. There we go. So we have a Netherlands player against the Belgian player. Let's go ahead first and check Seremdik's deck out. So he's playing with Traced and Brosum. The deck is named Trace Sky. The unique's 3 little pigs. If you control 2 or more landmarks, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. And Haven Bouncer, play from anywhere Sabotage. When play from reserve, you may pay 1. If you do, Sabotage. And this one has the support ability if up to 1 target character gains fleeting. And finally, the Ouroboros Croupier. Roll a die on a 4+ draw a card and a 1, 2, 3 resupply. That's played from anywhere as well. Let's go ahead now over Culver's. So also Trace, so Traced versus Traced. We have an Inari. When play from hand, put a card from your hand in reserve. If it's a permanent, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. And the support ability, you may have target character other than Milo's fleeting. Then we have Ogun. When you play a permanent with hand cost 3 or more, robots you control other than me gain 1 boost. And when play from anywhere, you may sacrifice a character or permanent. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each card in each player's reserve. And the support ability, up to 1 target character gains fleeting. Just 1 for each card. Okay, so it's an enhancing. Okay, sorry. And finally, Lord Kelvin. When play from hand, you may discard a card from your reserve. It's missing an A. Oh, I could have sworn there was no A. You may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, you may exhaust target card in reserve. And when play from anywhere, you may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, Sabotage. Otherwise, you may exhaust target card in reserve. There we go. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. It's not going to be automatic. Both players, however, do have their decks optimized. Let's go ahead and move on to the end. Whoop. Sorry. I forgot to set to the end game. There we go. Now it should be automatic. So moving on to okay, so like this, I am able to get it. No. Okay, why is it not working? So, sorry. 1-for-1 on the first day. 2 advances on Seremdik, putting him ahead by 1 against Culver's very own just 1 advance. Okay, getting rid of the Anansi by Culver. Seremdik first to play. Delivery going over to his second token. No, not yet. Sorry. Just gives the Grems a boost. Plays on the other side. Right now he gets rid of the fleeting, and perhaps he will just play on the other side. I'm not sure if I would have. Because he can sacrifice, and get it brass book in. Right, goes up to 3. Is blocked right now, going 3-on-3, and just uses a 1 more in order to advance. Okay, no more plays from Seremdik. He had actually 0 mana. So now Culver turns his around. Now it's Culver, the one that has an advantage. Yeah, this is not working. He goes ahead and plays. Okay, he's going to use the sacrifice a permanent. No, not going to sacrifice anything. So we're again in a possible double advance from Culver. I don't think that. Well, not right now. Let's see what he got in the draw. He can try. Yeah, he can get it on the companion side at least to block. Gets rid of it in order to advance as well. There we go. So just another 1-for-1, but Culver still keeps his advantage of 1 expedition ahead. And Seremdik needs to get rid of a card. So right now Culver with the advantage both in cards as well as in expedition. So this is looking pretty bleak for Seremdik. I don't know if he can actually do it. Okay, gonna get rid of the Grems, is the biggest threat right now. The Gibble just to have another card right now in reserve. Not exactly what he wanted in reserve, but still can activate Trace ability, and he is 1 expedition ahead. So even if Seremdik does the double advance, Culver can still bring it back. Perhaps going to get rid of 1. No, gets rid of his in order to threaten on both sides because he got rid of the sabotage. Okay, now he's just moving it to the other side with the hooked. Goes all out on the hero side. Still got something else playing on that he can play. Going to use both of the Sap Sniffer. The Sap Sniffer is going to get 3 boosts because of that. So no more plays from Serendip. He can still get one more in order to get some other card in the reserve next turn. So right now, Culver one expedition ahead from taking the game, while we still have Serendip with a little bit of terrain to recover. He needs to do a double advance this turn. Looks hard, a little bit complicated based on what we have here on Culver's hand. Okay, he just goes ahead and goes all out on the companion side with that, all the way to 3, and gets a resupply in. That means that he can get rid of the Grems in case he play the Grems right now. Plays just a pseudo after you. And just goes ahead and before using his ability puts down a Dr. Frankenstein, gets rid of the card just with the very same thing that he has in reserve. Goes ahead with 2. The Grems most likely going to get rid of the Reef right now to get something else on the companion. But still, Culver has nothing on the hero side that can stop it. And another after you. Now Serendip needs to play everything that he has. Now blocking on the hero side. Going to get a resupply most likely. No, gets another token on the other side, and yeah, that's it. Serendip knows there's nothing else he can do, so Culver just goes ahead and moves on does the double advance, even surpassing the amount of exploration he needed, and just like that, he takes the game, but not the tournament. Even though this was table 1, I don't know why they decided to go this with table 1, because sorry, what was I checking? I was checking step 5. Okay, so that's why I found it weird. Okay, nonetheless, let's go to table 4 right now. So table 4, it's going to be Nkembo versus Vince the Troll for table 4. This is a top 4 player. This is a top 4 player game. So let's go ahead and check it out. So Nkembo is our featured player versus Vince the Troll. We have both seen him in the stream and past streams before, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and check them out. Oh, sorry, I think yes, I did. Okay, so this is a French player against an Italian player. Let's go ahead and check first Vince the Troll with a Trace set 4. The unique Axiom Salvager. When played from reserve, you may put a card from your hand in reserve if you do resupply, and when played from hand, if I gain 1 boost for each card in each player's reserve. So a rare and Nancy. That is from hand, only from hand. What else? The 3 Little Pigs. When you play a permanent, if you control 2 or more landmarks, resupply. And when play the support ability, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. And I think it's only 2. Yeah, actually it's only 2. So congratulations on getting such a good placing, even only playing 2 uniques. Let's go ahead and check Nkembo out. So Nkembo is using an all Arembagio fly. So I'm guessing focus on lots of Ascended Expeditions. So we got the Osma. If you have less than 8 mana orbs, draw a card. Another Osma. If you have less than 8 mana orbs, draw a card. This one has a support ability. The next Bureaucrat, you play this afternoon, cost 1 less. This one has create an Origins recruit soldier in your hero expedition. And finally, the Quetzalcoatl. When an opponent draws 1 or more cards or does resupply, create an Ordis in my expedition. And when played from anywhere, draw a card, as well as the support ability. Up to 1 target character gains flavor. There we go. So now this is the first actual game that we were supposed to be having. Let's just go to the end game. It's not going to be automatic, so bear with me just a second. There we go. Now it's going to be automatic. Let me just go ahead and block it. There we go. So just a soar after you, just to get the ball rolling. Now Vince has to do the same, place and Bravos not going to be able to play that, so possible double advance from Nkembo. just get something in. Perhaps he didn't actually quite know how this worked. Unfortunately, Vince the Troll, or just place it in order to just have something else going on. So nothing gained from Vince. Well, nothing gained exactly. The Haven is all as a very good card for Trace still. So double advance from Nkembo. Now we have once again the token. Now he gets a boost in, so it's a 2-2-1. Still got chances, and Nkembo still got chances to move. So right now he is advancing and blocking. Goes on the other side, gaining his second counter. And completely blocked. Uses a frozen delivery in order to get one more card for tomorrow. And that's basically it for Vince the Troll. Just a single advance from Nkembo. So Nkembo goes ahead and gets his third expedition ahead from Vince the Troll. The turn is being used to advance rather than draw. But he's using few cards as well. So not burning that many resources. The token on the hero side, the troop on the troop, is it? Or this trooper, there we go. So once again, a possible double advance, but no, he can now block. 2 mana left, going to ascend most likely the companion expedition. Okay. So he can use, he needs to go all out. This will be a 3. It is blocked. And now it all comes down to Nkembo. Nkembo doesn't have anything. Uses the hooked even to play it on the other side. Not giving him a draw. Getting a draw himself. So just like that, Vince finally moves forward. A 1-for-1. But still the 3 expeditions that Nkembo has on Vince are present right now. So that is a threat that he has. So Skybound Odyssey discarded. It is a rather expensive card for right now. Once again blocked. Most likely going to do another resupply. There we go. The Trooper just blocking right now. Goes ahead and with the Airlit Reef gets rid of the Trooper. Trooper on the other side. Right now he decides to play a card. Gets down another. But he's not boosting. Why is he not boosting? I'm guessing he's forgetting how to do this thing. So once again, 3 mana used in a very controlled manner, sort of speak. And yeah, gonna sleep the Trooper, giving it 2 boosts. Again, a 1-for-1. So Nkembo moving ahead. Vince the Troll, I'm surprised he's not using the Havens because he has them. I mean, why are you not using the Havens? Okay, so we have a Sabotage, decides to discard the Sabotage. He'd rather have a bit more of draw and possible control. Most likely going to win on the hero side. Now he uses the, as probably he wanted from the beginning, gets rid of the Trooper most likely. Yeah, going to get rid of the Trooper. Just all out on the hero side. Now he can activate his ability. The Grumps are a very good option right now. So just winning on the companion side, taking away the Reef, reinforcing the hero side with a 6. The Tiny Jail, he decides to get rid of the token. Okay, but still got some options left. Uses the Avalanche. The Avalanche will get rid of the Sandman and the token. So still moving a double advance finally from Vince the Troll, bringing the game back on just 1 expedition ahead from Nkembo. And Nkembo has used lots of his resources in order to do this. And well, Vince has also burned a lot of resources. And Nkembo decides not to mana, decides to keep what he has. Vince activates his ability right away, gets down another Gets down another Dr. Frankenstein used right away to get 4 in. And another hooked. Now he could use a hook to get the Ozma on the other side. No, gets the token on the other side. Okay. Still not blocked. Decides to avoid the hook being used again. That's why he sent it to the other side. Going to get rid of the token once again with a tiny jail. Just 1 mana left. Let's see what Nkembo still has. And with the Grems, he's actually able to move forward on the companion side, bringing back the game to a tie. He's going to have to discard 1 card, while Nkembo has not overcharged his reserve, gets rid of the Brassbug. Sorry, what is the... Back out back, sorry. So now they're both on 8 mana. This time Vince is the one that decides not to mana. Obviously going to block the Grems, or what I think is the most logical candidate was the Grems. The token to the other side, maybe it was almost the same thing. Yeah, he uses another Bastion. Let's see what comes out. Going to get rid of the other card right now. 2 mana left from Vince the Troll. Gets a Reef in. Gets rid of one of the... Ooh, and just like that, Vince the Troll has nothing left. It's a double advance from Nkembo, and just like that, Nkembo takes the game. It was a tough match. Vince the Troll was kind of bringing it back, but in the end, it was not enough, and just Nkembo took the game. So that was table number 4. Let's go ahead and move on to table number 3. Culver versus Lakeborn. So I think this is a Belgian against a German player, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have Culver's point of view against Lakeborn. Yeah. Belgian against a German player. So first, let's go ahead and check Lakeborn out. So this is a Kojo centered on set 4. Fire Rabbit. When you may have me gain fleeting. This is a Fire Rabbit with a 4 too. Very good stats. You may have me gain fleeting. If you do, the next card you play this afternoon costs 1 less. When I leave the expedition zone, if I was fleeting, draw a card. And finally, the support ability, you may exhaust target card in reserve. We also have Medusa. When play from reserve, you may send target character to reserve. If you do, create an airlet token in its controller's landmarks. And when I go to reserve from the expedition zone, if you are the first player, sabotage. Okay. Then we have the Haven Bouncer. When play from anywhere, sabotage. And if you control 1 or more landmarks, resupply. There we go. We do have 2 Hungers, 2 Tiny Djinns. Do we have a Mighty Djinn? Yeah, we do. 1 Mighty Djinn. Okay, so kind of a general, very good Bravos deck. Let's go ahead and check Culver out. So Culver is using Trace, restocking all day. Inari, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If it's a permanent, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand, only when played from your hand. And the support ability, you may have target character other than me lose fleeting. The Ogun, you may play a permanent with hand cost 3. When you play a permanent with hand cost 3 or less, robots you control other than me gain 1 boost. And you may sacrifice, and when play from anywhere, you may sacrifice a character or permanent. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each card in each player's reserve. There we go. And the support ability, up to 1 target character gains fleeting. And finally, Lord Kelvin, when play from hand, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, you may exhaust target card in reserve. When play from anywhere, you may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, sabotage. Otherwise, you may exhaust target card in reserve. Let's just go ahead and check if for any... Okay, so can I do it like this? Aha. Now I can. Okay. Okay, so now I have my chat right here. So this should be over here. Okay, as soon as I get chats now, I can see them. Okay, there we go. And finally, let's go ahead and check his... Oh, we already checked his unique, so let's go ahead and see the game. Not going to be automatic, so give me just 1 second. Did I change it? Yes, I did. Let's go to the end game. There we go. And blocked. Okay, just a regular opener with the Amelia right there. The Altroon going to get a boost, so that means that there's no need to play the Amelia right now. It's just a 1-for-1 thanks to the boost of the Altroon, and he knew exactly where to put the other card because there was nothing to gain from playing it on the hero side. There we go. So Lickborn is the first player out. That means that this is a Buddha turn. Probably going to just rush again, but this time rushes with his Serengar. Okay, a very good double threat. Just needs to make sure to try to move on one of both sides, at least to get something in. So he gets a 3, just barely pushing through, and gets another token in with the Frozen Delivery, just to get his second token. And that's basically all that he can do right now. So once again, a 1-for-1. A very good play from Culver, knowing how to wait and move around, just barely blocking right there. Mana up for each player. First is Culver, just right away with the Anansi with 4 boosts on the hero side. A Sabotage going through on the companion on the reserve. Just using our restocking station to get the 4th token in and 2 tokens with that. The Serengar just going to give it all out, and just for good measure, just to make sure that he has something else on the reserve to focus on tomorrow. Double advance. Once again a 1-for-1. We are still in the stalemate. Lickborn gets a card in. Culver doesn't have cards right now. I think he's going to get rid of the Reef right now. The Reef right now. I'm not sure if the Reef was the best option. Gets rid of one of his cards in reserve, gets the 5th token in, goes ahead and with not using right now the Haven, doesn't, and even gets rid of it. So 1 mana left from Lickborn. Doesn't get a character in. Fortunately, he can still get something out of this bad situation. Gets up to a 4. We have a rabbit, a fire rabbit, just to make sure that nothing goes wrong on the hero side. We are once again in a 1-for-1 situation, but this time moving the token that had not moved from the expedition. There we go. Still in the stalemate right now. Let's see how they keep moving forward. Gets rid of the Reef once again. So that was perhaps the last Reef that he had. Not using the Haven right away. Just to see what he can do. What he can use. Going to get rid of the Bug Out Bag. Probably another 1-for-1. Get the... Okay, no, doesn't get the Paju down. He can get 2 boosts right now, and with the Paju he can actually get 1 more, and he has some options even. Going to get rid of the Fleeting right now. Okay, no need to do anything else, just get the last use of that restocking station to get the Fleeting out of the Salvager. Going to get rid obviously of the used restocking station. A very tight match all around. They have not gained an advantage on their opponents, but this could be this could be it because they're both running down on cards, but we know that trace players can get lots done with a few cards, like for example right now. Get some strength on the companion side, going to get another nothing gained right now, decides not to risk it in case he gets a good card like this one. Just what he needed, I think. So going to get one more resupply, I'm guessing. There we go. That was a golden resupply right now. Not sure why he didn't activate his abilities, but well, let's go ahead and see what he wants to use. So going all out on the companion side, going to take away from the Frankenstein, just not to lose any cards. He's still going to lose some cards right now. Once again, a 1-for-1, but Lakeborn had to use lots of his cards. Going to get rid of the armor jammer and the few uses that he had from the restocking station. Hooked, most likely not going to be helpful right now. He needs to get I was thinking of going to get rid of a card. He doesn't get rid of anything. The sabotage once again in order to control, but he can just use the frozen delivery and gets a very good card in reserve. And the Grems just trying to draw. He going to get both Grems in, so that's his game. So he can just use both Havens on one Grem that is tied, gets rid of one of the Havens, places a token right now, and just for good measure, he can do it again, but he decides not to humiliate his opponent. He has already won, and that's how Culver takes the game. Very good game for him. We're going to be going over the finishers, the placements after we finish with the fourth table, and then we're going to go over the matches that we just have left. So let's go ahead and watch this game. This is going to be El Rohir. El Rohir, not sure how to say, unless it's a Spanish one. El Rohir. No, it's a French player, so it's El Rohir. El Rohir, not sure. Against Kimmy Dog, that is from Poland. Let's go ahead. Poland, right? Yeah. Oh, Indonesia. Sorry, my bad. What's the difference with the Polish flag? Let me just go ahead and check. Oh, the Polish flag is the other way around. Okay, so I was very close, but it is the other way around. There we go. So let's go ahead. Kimmy Dog name his deck Dog. So Dog. He does have unique. So we have the Haven Trainee. Both abilities from reserve. If you control 2 or more landmarks, up to 2 target characters each gain 2 boosts. You may sacrifice a character. If you do, draw 2 cards. We have Pan, Sabotage when played from anywhere. If you discarded the card this way, create a woollyback animal token in the companion expedition of its owner. When I go to reserve from the expedition zone, if you control a dex, if your companion, expedition is behind, create an airlift token in target player's landmarks. And the support ability, the next card you play this turn costs 1 less. Not sure if it's a card, if it's a plant. Unfortunately, the text is overlapping. And finally, the Snoozer Shroom. When another non-token character joins your expedition, if you control 3 or more characters, create an Ordis 1/1/1 soldier in your other expedition, the one I'm not in. When played from anywhere, draw a card. And the support ability, target character you control with hand cost 4 or less gains a sleep. Finally, let's go ahead and check El Rohir. He is a Kojo S4 deck. Shorted Supervisor. If you're when play from hand, if your hand is empty, I gain 2 boosts. Otherwise, I gain 1 boost. When play from reserve, if you control 2 or more boosted characters, resupply. The Aha. Play from anywhere, each player puts the top card of their deck in their mana zone as an exhausted mana orb. And if you control one or more landmark, sabotage. This is once again play from anywhere, both abilities. Cap off, play from anywhere. You may discard target character, and the support ability. The next character you play this turn gains 1 boost. There we go. So let's go to the end game right now. It is going to be automatic. Very good. So not optimized decks from Kimi Dog. I was expecting that when I saw the bulk of his cards, but just to reiterate. There we go. So just a 1/1 blocking with his Serengar, not using anything else. He could have used the no need to use the rabbit because it was already blocked. Another Serengar, so most likely going to see a double Serengar turn right now. No, not likely a double Serengar. Going to use a Serengar on the companion? No. 3 Serengars right now, so giving a draw right now to Kimi Dog. Just go ahead and just get that boost in and get a card with for that. Once again, a 1/1. Still moving on. Going to get rid of the unique? No, gets rid of the skater. Okay, tough choice. Probably going, unless they're, oh, okay, sabotage or a control. Most likely was going to go to the companion. Decides just to block with the Pathfinder, but with the Ascended Expedition, he is not blocked right now. Going to get those 2 boosts in. Kimi Dog doesn't have anything else to do right now, so both cards going down. Once again, a 1/1. Going to get rid of what? The Suha. The Suha, of course. The Suha sabotages, and then she does her thing. So a very good card right now. Yeah. No need for another Pathfinder right now, especially on the expeditions that need to move forward. Sorry. That is a Serengar playing really well right there. Another Serengar perhaps to block, but not enough. Yeah, another Serengar to block. Going on the other side to block the movement on that side. And finally the Trooper to get the both move forward on the hero side. It's again a 1/1, but on both on the hero side. So the Serengar giving another card to El Rohir. There we go. So in terms of cards, it is actually El Rohir who has an advantage, but Kimi has already a token out. So that means that he's going to be threatening on both sides. Right away with the Templar. Goes with the Aha on the companion side. Both players put a card in reserve. And because he had a landmark, he sabotages. Just trying to draw right now using the Pathfinder in order to move on the hero side, and uses he's going to give the second boost in order to have a double move this turn from El Rohir, putting himself 1 expedition ahead. But Kimi still moves forward in the companion side, not that far ahead. But once again, El Rohir has already ramped and has a no, he doesn't. Yes, he does have a card advantage. There we go. And we have Buddha right now, so it is all looking pretty well for El Rohir. Just goes ahead and plays a very heavy card on the hero side and gets a sabotage in, as well as ramping once again and getting a boost in. Right now, I just need to throw it to the other side and see what he does. The Ascended Trooper getting a token in. Took another boost right there, still blocking. And this unique should be the one to do it, but with the Tengu, he has just enough in order to advance on the companion side as well as moving forward on the hero side. So it's a double advance from El Rock here. And just like that, Kimi Dog, two expeditions behind. He was one expedition behind, falls a second expedition behind, and just like that, El Rock here takes the game. And finally, the so-called finals, even though the German had already lost once before. This is the World Gates most likely had already played the other player, so that's why he only had this. Whoops, sorry. Only had this match left, this opponent left, sorry. So we're gonna have World Gates point of view, and we're gonna have the German's point of view right here. So it is a French player against an Singaporean player. World Gates is from Singapore. So let's go ahead and check the German. Basic, well, not basic, a very compact deck from the German, Basic Kitsune version 6. So this is mentioned in the Kitsune. When I leave the expedition zone, each player draws a card. When played from anywhere, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, up to 2 target characters each gain 2 boosts. Each gain 1 boost, sorry. And the support ability, up to 1 target character gains fleeting. The second Kitsune, so he has 3 Kitsune. Let's go ahead and check this one. When played from hand, each player draws a card. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, the next card you play this afternoon costs 1 less. And the final one, play from anywhere. Each player draws a card. Play from anywhere. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, characters you control gain 1 boost. Very, very strong uniques. Let's see how World Gaze did it in the end. So first of all, his deck, defensible. So this deck has been gaining lots of traction because it's actually become very, very good in terms of what it can do. The festival is something you need to be really aware to be able to take out. Otherwise, you can actually some people actually are not able to handle the pressure of what the festival does, and you need to be playing very carefully around the festival, knowing what you may get. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at his uniques. The Ouroboros Trickster. When I leave the expedition zone, roll a die. On a 4+, draw a card. On a 1-2-3, resupply. When played from reserve, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, you may return a spell from your reserve to your hand. So kind of cycling cards. The Martingale. At dusk, roll a die. On a 4+, draw a card. On a 1-2-3, resupply. The support ability. The next card you play this afternoon costs 1 less. And finally, the Mountain Guide. I don't know why all Mountain Guides look so low quality. If I'm the only character in my expedition, draw a card. That is when played from hand. And the next card you play this turn costs 1 less as the support ability. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. Not going to be automatic. Optimized deck from the Jorven. Optimized deck from World Gaze. And there we go. Oh, forgot to do this one. There we go. So the color for Kuko goes right in on the companion side. He can not going to do, depends on this one. Not going to be able to draw it. So I think first Fen draws and then goes to mana. Let's see if he gets the card. Yeah, first he draws and then goes to mana. Okay. So whatever you see on the opera, you know it's coming next. Okay, so he's able to draw the Twinkle Twinkle. With 2, he also plays it right there. Got possible double advance from the German right now. Gets a card down on reserve, which also gives 2 boosts to each one. And just for good measure, ooh, on the other side. Okay, so going to put a card 3, so just asleep on his side. Unfortunate right there. Oh no, so It's exactly what he wanted. Gives it... Oh, dusk, roll a die. Oh, right, that's right. On a 1-3 resupply. There we go. Okay, so yeah, double advance from the German. That means that he's 3 expeditions ahead from World Gaze. But we know what happens with the festival, and we have festival right now. Gets a card in reserve, so that means that he can get a card in reserve, so that means not this turn. Festival. Okay, so festival is just shown right now. Not enough to get things rolling, unfortunately. Probably another double advance, or can he? Can he get an anchor? Well, he's got another one on hand, so perhaps just preparing for next turn. Yeah, preparing for tomorrow. Draws a card because of that. Another... Okay, so we already knew that the festival was coming because of the Opera House. Gets rid of the Mountain Explorer. He needs... okay, so he has a fleeting character out. He can get another fleeting character out just in case. He can get a sleep. He needs 6. Doesn't draw a card. The next view costs 1 less. Puts it up to have another fleeting character. Gets another draw in because of the unique. Gets a card down in order for all of them to get a boost. Puts a Twinkle Twinkle just to have a 3rd character with fleeting, as well as not costing anything. Now gets the sleeps in. Everything on World Gaze side is asleep. Let's see if the German has anything to control the characters. Gets a boost in once again. And the German passes. So right now with the festival, that is how he won. Just gives any one of his... He just needed to give his sheep, any of his sheep, just one anchored. He gives it on the companion side, and just like that, World Gaze wins with the festival. The festival is actually a very viable solution right now for many games where we're actually losing. And just by playing a few things just like this, you can get things moving very, very well. Okay, so just like that, World Gaze takes the tournament. So World Gaze number was the first one. Culver that we saw on table 3 ended up on the 2nd place. El Rohir that we saw on table 2 ends up on the 3rd place, both with a 7-8. Then the German that we just saw, this was a 2nd loss that we got Spartacus, that the totem, and moving forward. But before we do that, let's go ahead and check table 42. So this is Ligios versus Guigik. This table was abandoned, but let's see how much of the game we actually got. So we're going to check the winner's point of view. So Guigik against Logios. Logios, I think, is from Athens or Greece. Ooh, he didn't even join. So Logios did not even try anything out for this turn. Let's just make sure. And yeah, he didn't even join for the last round. Unfortunately, he's from Canada. Sorry, against a French player. So that was basically it. Let's go ahead and check our next one is table 31. So let's move up a little bit to table 31. Aritz Lopa against Korok. So we have a Spanish player and the game did come to an end. There we go. So we're going to have a good game right now, most likely against Korok. To Korok, not sure he is a French player. There we go. So a French player against a Spanish player. Let's go ahead and check Korok's deck out. A Trace. So lots of Trace in the tournament. I'll be checking 39 cards later because Tom, I'm guessing that he is busy right now because of the holiday season. So that must be why he's not being able to help us as he usually does. Nonetheless, no complaints right here, Tom. I understand that you are busy. We have the Mowgli. When played from reserve, you may sacrifice a character or permanent. If you do, draw a card. The Reporter Order. When played from reserve, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. And when played from anywhere, you may sacrifice a character or permanent. If you do, I gain 2 boosts. And finally, the Bessie Coleman. When you sacrifice a permanent, target character in play or in reserve gains 1 boost. And when played from reserve, you may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, create an airlit token in your landmarks, otherwise resupply. And finally, you may exhaust target card in reserve as the support ability. Now, let's go ahead and check Aritzlopa. We have seen Aritzlopa before, but let's go ahead and check his deck anyway. So we have the Ascended Trooper. Both abilities from reserve. If I'm in Ascended Expedition, target character gains 1 boost. Otherwise, my expedition ascends. If one or more of your expeditions is ascended, create an order to recruit 1/1/1 soldier in each of your expeditions. Then we have the Heimdall. You may have target characters switch expeditions. From reserve, and the other is also from reserve. You may sacrifice a character. If you do, create an order to recruit in each of your expeditions. And so, for example, you could, if it's on Sigismar, you can sacrifice the token and then you put it back and put it on the other side. So that's a very good combo with this Heimdall. And the support ability, you may exhaust target card in reserve. And finally, the Armored Bird. If I'm fleeting, I'm defender. So that means that it's not defender on the first turn. And when played from your hand, if you have 6 or more mana orbs, resupply. Otherwise, exhausted resupply. There we go. So let's go ahead and move on to the end game. Sorry, not meant to do that. Let's go ahead, go to the end game. It is going to be automatic this time. There we go. Optimize decks for each one. Just a token in the Ascended Trooper on the other side, and has the option of just scouting in order to ensure at least to block on one side. He decides not to do anything, sacrifices the hero side on a 1/1. He could have revealed the Templar in order to just have a block or ensure a 1/1. He could have just blocked, ensure to at least block on the hero side, but decides not to do so. Ugly Duckling going to mana. There we go, the token once again. First player right for this time for Korok. Korok goes ahead and just gets another token in. The Jack Frost going to block that Hooked from being played. And the Ascended Trooper can actually get things done. Decides to pass once again. Both player pass. Aritzlopa knew that with 1 mana he had no options left, so just lets the double advance lets the double advance go through without playing any more cards, without overcharging his reserve or losing options for today. Now Aritzlopa is now the first player, so most likely, yeah, the Jack Frost or the Hooked. No, he decides to go for the character who Hooked is an option right now, the Bag Out Bag, in order to move on the hero side. Now he decides to use what I would have done. No, he would have been blocked anyway. Yeah, he needed to do it that way. Or he could have sent it to the other side, because right now he's going to be facing a token on each side. It's not that threatening, but still a token on each side. He could have sent his brass back to the other side and not lose the Brag Out back in order to be able to use it with a Dr. Frankenstein later, or even mechanical training. Right now, going to get rid of the Ascended Trooper. No, gets rid of the Templar. The unique comes right in. Also, the unique from Korok's side. He gets rid of the permanent in order to get 2 boosts, and gets rid of the Ascended Trooper. The Heimdall from hand is still going to be to give him the option to do something right there. Not sure what he was doing, just switching it because he can. So a double advance once again for Maritzlopa. Going to lose a card in reserve, but that's even better than what Korok is. Korok is going to lose 2 cards from reserve. Most likely the bag out bag. Yeah, the bag out bag and the Foundry Mechanic. And this has been total humiliation for Maritzlopa against Korok. Korok has not even able to get his 4th token, it's a 5th token in. So doesn't have the draw engine going. Just to sense the expedition, gets a token in on both sides. Try something out on the companion side, gets rid of the token, you get 2 more boosts. And the 4th token comes in for trace, gets a card down, so that means that it is ensured that we will have a 5th token right now, placed on the companion. Not sure what's going on with the hero side. Heimdall just going to put a for it to cost 1 less. So let's see what Korok has. No, the Gibble is not going to do it, and he has nothing left to put out. So with that, that's basically it. He's not able to block it for one in mountain, but that's how the game works. And just like that, Arislopa even leaves another token behind, and just like that, Arislopa wins the game. So it was a pretty tough match for Korok. Okay, and we're going to have one more game today. Let's go to table 18. So it's going to be Wyvern against May. So Wyvern is our featured player. The game did come to an end, even if May ran out of time. So let's go ahead and check Wyvern first. Let's go ahead and check May's deck. So May is from France. Traced and Rosum. So it's a Phileas Fog. You may immediately pass. If you do play from anywhere, you may immediately pass. If you do create a Brusbug 2/2/2 token in your other expedition, the YM not in. Not bad for 3. This could be an opening and just go 2/2 on each side on day 1. That's not a bad thing to get. Sorry for hitting Mike. The Anansi, play from anywhere. Has a support ability that target permanent you control activates its arrow abilities. The Anansi, I gain 1 boost for each card in your reserve, and I gain 1 boost. So ensured, a 3/4/4 can even grow with a rate with a trace a lot. And with Priya, Bravo Signaler, when expedition moves forward, create an airlift token in target player's landmarks. And when play from anywhere, if you control 2 or more landmarks, target character gains 2 boosts. Otherwise, it gains 1 boost. There we go. So that is May's strategy. Let's go ahead and check Wyvern. Wyvern is from the US. I forgot to mention. So we have another Axiom match. This time flying robots. We have seen this deck before. So he has 3 Swift Djinns. Scout 3, you may put a card from your hand in your mana zone as a ready mana orb. And the support ability, you may exhaust target card in reserve. Another Scout 3, you may put a card from your reserve in your hand as mana zone as a ready mana orb. And when play from reserve, if your hand is empty, you may send a reserve target card to hand for 3 or less. And finally, a Swift Djinn Scout 3, you may put a card from your hand in reserve in your mana zone as a ready mana orb, and the support ability, you may augment target card in play or in reserve. There we go. So let's go ahead and see how Wyvern does it. It is going to be automatic. So 3 cards for each. There we go. Let's make sure that, yes, it did it correctly. So restocking station gets us 2 tokens in, just goes ahead and ramps up automatically with the Swift Djinn. And still got 1 mana left in order to be a 1/1. So getting ready, since it is a ready mana orb, he is able to just play something with cost 1. And if he gets a hive in, he can start at and he does get a hive in. The Swift Gin that's almost always used as mana goes to mana right away. And with that, we have a turn day 2 hive with a 3/3 on each side. There we go. The most logical thing to do right now. Wyvern getting his combo right away. Enough to enable the advance, but not the block unless he has something else on hand. On the resupply, right? Yeah, the Salvager. Yeah, May gets a move in, but Wyvern gets a double move in. Oh, was it blocked? Oh, sorry, it was on water, so it was blocked. Thought it wasn't an initial position. There we go. So at least he gets a move in. Very good turn right now. Just going to... Oh, he can get a Gibble in on the hero side. And that is lots of things to do. Gets a Brusbuck in as well on the companion side. So it's a 5 against 6. Just a hook in order to move a Brusbuck to the other side. So he can get over this 3. No, just moves both tokens to the other side in order to have some cards, to have some options for next turn. Gets his 4th token in, gets rid of the last use of the restocking station that he has for right now. There we go. And the Gibble, I think the most logical thing is just to use the Gibble again. So the draw engine is working right now, 7 mana. So yeah, this is going to be a very good turn. Get the token on either side. Get the... Really? Okay, yeah, because he is going to... He doesn't have enough mana in order to sacrifice it right now. Going to sacrifice... Yeah, he does have enough mana to do that. And the Gibble, very good. He can use it. Exactly what he needed. So Wyvern actually got a very good combo going right now. I cannot get. He can just put another token in. Oh, right, because it's cost 4. Decides not to do anything else. The Avalanche is going to get rid of the last token. So once again, a 1/1. But May is actually having to burn lots of his resources in order to try and do it. He can just sacrifice. He may get something else to sacrifice. He does get something to sacrifice right now. So gets rid of the... Yeah, Mesa Kit is not going to do anything for him right now. The token once again on the companion side. I think he feels that is his lucky side. The Brusbuck... Yeah. Putting it on both sides, so going up to 3. Right now, May activating the dropship on both sides, but in case of May, it is a rare one, so he can detonate it right now. Detonates, yeah, and gets tokens in on each side. He can just get rid of the Brusbuck right now. Tokens on each side. This is going to be tough. He can actually get rid of one more. Nothing else he wants to do right now. The Paju, in order to get another airlet in, uses the Boom in order to get rid of the Hive right now, but still a double advance from Wyvern. Don't think he'll be able to do anything else. Yeah, it's a double advance from Wyvern, so yeah. Wyvern finally gets his Hive discarded, but he is already in a very good position to take it. Let's see if he gets another Hive in. Doesn't that get another Hive in? He can, however, create lots of airlets in order to have after you and get Brusbuck in. Now Trace has to decide. Okay, so he's going to get... This is the common one. So he needs to get rid of his... Doesn't get rid of anything. So just the Gibble on the hero side with a 7. just gets things moving, but I don't think that he can actually get a 7. Sacrifices himself in order to get on the companion side just to block it. This is going to get 2 boosts, 3 boosts. Not enough, unfortunately, to get to able to move forward. And just like that, Wyvern with getting the hive just on day 2 was actually wild. I think that was the main thing that helped him to win. And just like that, guys, we come to the end of the stream, to the end of the spoiler series set 4 session 3, edition 3. Since we are not having any more tournaments until the 1st, I think I may do something special on Saturday, but I will, guys, let you know. I'll let you know, guys. In the meantime, thank you very much for being here. I hope that you enjoy the streams, and take care, everyone, especially those who just subscribed, and anyone who just came in. And I'll be having multiple streams moving forward. I'll be having multi-stream moving forward. So I hope to see you on different platforms in case you prefer the different platforms. That will be all for today, guys. Thank you very much, and see you next time.